How long does it take to learn English? Some say 3 months, 3 years, or even 30 years. Why are the answers so variable? Below you'll find a link to a calculator that works out how long it'll take to learn English depending on how many lessons you plan to take. The answer in the calculator is clear, but don't forget, you're a human, and humans aren't always so clear. So how long does it take to learn English? Let's talk about all the factors you'll come across on this journey. Now, it does depend on your first language or other languages you know already. English is 50% French, so French speakers find a lot of common words, but French sentence structure is very different, so it's not all easy. If you speak Japanese or Korean, you might find it difficult as they're completely opposite to English, so your learning journey might be longer. English is big. There are a lot of words, but confusingly, we can use the same word in many situations. For example, get and run have multiple uses and meanings. There might be tenses which are different from your first language, things like articles, a and the, which might not even exist in your language, tricky pronunciation, and not to mention the spelling. What does it mean to be fluent in English anyway? This will be different for different people. A fluent 7-year-old speaks differently from a fluent 17-year-old or 27-year-old. This is true in every language. A doctor needs to use different words than a mother or a pottery artist. You might feel very different at speaking with your friends very fluently, but hesitate when you have to give a presentation. Can you judge how fluent you are by the number of words you know? Not exactly, because knowing is not the same as using or using correctly. So how long it takes to learn English and fluent depends on you, your previous experience, and what you believe is fluent enough. How long does it take to improve your level in English? This is a bit easy to calculate, especially if you're thinking about exams. For example, if you want to take the IELTS exam, it's estimated that if you study around 4 hours a day for 3 months, you could improve by half a band, for example, from 4.5 to 5. But it also depends on a number of things: how you enjoy your study, the help and advice you receive, how anxious you feel, and what your level was before. There's a link below with more information about how to level up your IELTS score. My next point is that you can speak straight away. I'm always confused about apps and courses that say you can speak English after 3 weeks, because you can speak English immediately. In fact, there are very few people in the world who know zero English. You've studied it at school. English words have often been adopted into languages the world over, so you can speak English now. Don't wait for the perfect time, place, or person to speak to. That will never happen. You can even start with an AI chat bot if speaking to a real person is not right for you. In this way, learning English doesn't have to take very long. You can chat from day one. There's definitely no one who speaks perfect English, but plenty of people who think they do. There's no standard English that's defined by an academy or institute. So what we think of as standard English is different in the USA, in the UK, in Australia, in every country. So don't worry about being perfect in English. It doesn't exist. Practice helps and is necessary to improve, but you'll never be perfect. Don't wait to be perfect. Now is the time to speak and use your English. Which comes to the next point. Do you have someone to speak to in English? These days you can use AI chatbots to help you, even with English at 2 a.m. in the morning. But you'll need to speak English with humans too. So make friends, get a teacher, set up a language exchange. You can read the blog post below about finding a teacher. Don't feel like you can only speak with teachers or only with native speakers. Don't restrict yourself in that way. Every opportunity to use your English is a good one. It's up to you to make it your best chance to practice. So try to be chatty with people that you trust. How long does it take to learn English? That really depends on how much you can practice speaking, even if you think your level is low. My last point is about your mindset. Why are you learning English? This is really essential. Once I had a conversation with a girl in Cambodia. She was trying to sell me something as we toured the sites of Angkor Wat. Her English was excellent. Why? Probably because she had to sell things to make money for her family. I hope she went to school and had choices in her life, but I don't know. But I know she was a lot more fluent in English than her peers who didn't have this experience. And more quickly too, because her why was clear and essential. So why do you keep on learning English? Do you believe English is your language? That you can speak it fluently? Your previous experience with English will affect how you feel about it, which then can make you feel more or less fluent. Believing that you can or can't be fluent will also affect you. Top tip, you have to believe you can before you do. So how long does it take to learn English? The answer is up to you. Make English part of your life and use it for enjoyable activities, and you'll soon be more fluent than you realise. You can check out the Elevate Directory of English Language Teachers at weareenglishteachers.com to find your perfect teacher and get speaking and use English in the way that's best for you. Thanks for listening.